Every year we lose so many students just because of higher competitions, higher marks, and higher ranks. Today, students are being trained to be perfect. They have to achieve the best rank. They have to be at the first place and should be the best. And Galti say, if you're not at the first place or you did not achieve anything, then I am sorry, you are a failure. A tag of so-called failure or loser gets attached to you. If they even knew that there are other options, and in fact very valuable options, maybe they wouldn't have given up their lives. My name is Pratik and I am a postgraduate student. I don't understand ये कब तक और चलेगा. When will this stop? That always high marks are expected. That always highest marks or greatest of the greatest ranks are appreciated. But why does this happen? इसका reason क्या है? And what could be the possible causes? Let's see. The first point is herd mentality. अभी herd mentality है क्या? Herd mentality is simply जब सब लोग किसी एक ओपिनियन को ही फॉलो कर रहे हैं without even thinking कि what do they want और या फिर उनको क्या चाहिए. It's like when people do things or make choices just because उनके आसपास के लोग भी कर रहे हैं, just because सब लोग कर रहे हैं. So this is herd mentality. The second reason is peer pressure. Peer pressure is one of the most common pressures faced by students. ये pressure आता है simply two major reasons की वजह से. First, fear of competition. Competition of getting higher marks या फिर ranks, especially उन लोगों से जो एक particular student के अपने own circle में. And second, the sense of comparison. The comparison of marks, getting higher marks and higher ranks, getting that कि मुझे इससे अच्छी rank लानी है. That comparison, it leads to peer pressure. Third reason is societal expectation. अब सोसाइटल एक्सपेक्टेशंस वो एक्सपेक्टेशंस है जो एक स्टूडेंट फेस करता है अपने इनर सर्कल के बाहर वाले लोगों से. दैट इज मेजरली फ्रॉम द सोसाइटी. दिस इंक्लूड्स मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशंस लाइक एकेडमिक एक्सपेक्टेशंस जिसमें द परफॉर्मेंस प्रेशर, द प्रेशर टू परफॉर्म वेरी वेल एक्चुअली लीड्स टू स्ट्रेस एंड एंजाइटी. देन द वर्कलोड which leads to anxiety and stress. Societal expectations. शर्मा जी के बेटे को इतने मार्क्स मिला या he or she got into this particular college and you didn't. This is societal expectations which build up pressure in students' mind. Then family expectations. Not in all, but in many families, parents, the relatives, they expect their children ki you have to do something, you have to achieve the bestest rank, you have to achieve the highest marks. So this is also another reason जो कि आता है under societal expectations. Now this is what I think is one of the most important reasons. That is limited knowledge of career options and opportunities. Many students, in fact, many लोगों को यही नहीं पता. There are other potential options. There are other ways other than just being a doctor or an engineer or an IAS officer. बहुत सारे options हैं. There are many options which students can choose, and they can build a career out of it. But people are not seeing it. Students are not being made aware of this thing. कि और भी options हैं other than the limited known options. So these were some, but not all the major reasons जिसकी वजह से students are getting pressurized and they are committing suicides. No one is focusing on the one thing that matters, that actually matters, and जो actually important है. And the thing is the efforts which a person makes or a student makes. Now let us take two scenarios. एक जिसमें appreciation is given to the students and another situation where appreciation is not given. Now let us take an example जहाँ पे a student has given an exam, उसने पढ़ाई करी and he or she gave his or her the best जितना उससे हुआ and the results came. उसका result इतना अच्छा नहीं हुआ. So the student would get पहले थोड़ा disappointed कि अच्छा इतने marks नहीं है. Now the first reaction would be कि I should tell my parents or any senior or someone who is senior to him or her. Now this example divides into two situations. Firstly, if no appreciation for the efforts are given and if appreciation for the efforts are actually given. So पहले इसको देखते हैं. So no appreciation for the efforts are given. उस स्टूडेंट ने जाके बताया अपने पेरेंट या किसी को भी कि आई हैव इतना मार्क्स, आई हैव गॉट इतना मार्क्स. सो दैट पर्सन, वो पेरेंट या सीनियर जो भी, उन्होंने मार्क्स देके कहा ये कोई मार्क्स है, दिस इज नथिंग. इमेजिन उस स्टूडेंट को कैसा फील होगा एट दैट पॉइंट. तो पहले सिनेरियो को समझते हैं. फर्स्ट सिनेरियो इज दैट that no appreciation for the efforts have been given. So the student he or she gets the marks जो मैंने कहा कि इतने अच्छे marks नहीं है. Then the reaction which his or her seniors or parents or teachers कोई भी जो उससे एज में बड़ा हो, the reaction which he or she got is disappointing कि ये भी कोई marks है जो मैंने कहा जैसा मैंने आपको बताया. Then what would the student feel? The student would feel insulted. उसको लगेगा कि मैंने ट्राई करा, मैंने इतनी मेहनत करी, मे बी उसके लिए वो इतना था, बट एट द एंड मुझे ये सुनने को मिल रहा है. So he or she will feel insulted. Now this can lead to further consequences. Firstly, जो कि है by feeling insulted, the student or the person would feel no interest या maybe less interest in studying. तो उसको वो इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं आएगा कि मैं पढ़ूं या पढ़ूं ही क्यों जब मुझको ये सब सुनने को मिल रहा है. या फिर he or she will start to hate, in this case studying. So if you see अच्छे से, after this होगा क्या? The student will feel pressurized. But marks तो लाने हैं, रैंक तो लानी है, पढ़ाई तो करनी पड़ेगी. So this, even if I don't want to, so this starts building up pressure उसके माइंड में धीरे धीरे बिल्डअप होने लगता है कि करना तो है, पढ़ना तो पड़ेगा, एग्जाम्स आ रहे हैं, I have to study even if I don't want to, या even if I don't find any interest, because at the end of the day मुझको फिर सुनने को ही मिलेगा, क्या लोग कहेंगे पता नहीं. That leads to further consequences. अब मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ that all students or 100% students they do this thing, but in these days scenarios we can actually see what is happening. So the pressure, it finally leads to suicide just because उसको वो little appreciation नहीं मिला था at the starting point. So अब दूसरा केस लेते हैं, फिर से the same happenings. उसको मार्क्स मिले जो कि अच्छे नहीं थे, then उसने अपने सीनियर्स या पेरेंट्स को बताया, and इस बार यहाँ पे as you saw कि the reaction was disappointing, but यहाँ पे the reaction is just the opposite. It is motivating कि you did good, ठीक है, next time. It is not the end of the world. Now imagine उस स्टूडेंट को कैसा फील होगा. So he or she will feel valued or encouraged. उसको फील होगा कि हाँ, जो भी मैंने करा, जितना भी एफर्ट्स मैंने डाले, वो उसकी वैल्यू है कुछ. It does matter. And as a result, he or she will feel encouraged कि अब I want to do more. अब मैं फिर से प्रिपरेशन करूंगा और क्या करूंगी, and फिर से I'll give the exam and let's see क्या रिजल्ट आता है. So you see, through this positive reinforcement, जो स्टूडेंट है, as a result, he or she will find more interest in studying. अगर ये हुआ तो और अच्छी बात है. He or she may start loving studying. उसको एक्चुअली अच्छा लगे पढ़ना, एंड नॉट कि मेरे कितने मार्क्स आएंगे या क्या मेरी रैंक आएगी. इंस्टेड ऑफ गेटिंग प्रेशराइज्ड, उसको अच्छा लगे, एंड ही और शी वांट्स टू डू इट अगेन एंड अगेन. इवन इफ थोड़ा अप्रिसिएशन इज गिवन उन छोटे छोटे फर्स्ट स्टेप्स में, छोटे छोटे फर्स्ट एफर्ट्स में जो स्टूडेंट इज पुटिंग, तो इमेजिन उसका एंड रिजल्ट क्या होगा. एंड उससे होगा क्या, धीरे धीरे दैट स्टूडेंट, दैट पर्सन विल स्टार्ट टू इम्प्रूव. सो जैसे जैसे जितनी बार ही और शी विल ट्राई अगेन, तो इम्प्रूवमेंट बढ़ता जाएगा, तो इम्प्रूवमेंट बढ़ता जाएगा, एंड दिस इम्प्रूवमेंट विल एक्चुअली लीड टू गुड रिजल्ट्स विदाउट द स्टूडेंट फीलिंग pressured or forced. You know, the problem is perfection is expected. हर जगह, हर point पे we are being so competitive nowadays that perfection is very much expected. So you see, after appreciating the efforts जो a person has made, it actually leads to good results. It actually leads to improvement, and this improvement धीरे धीरे leads to good results. Improvements should be appreciated. Mistakes should be appreciated. अरे गलतियां कौन नहीं करता, हम गलतियों से ही तो सीखते हैं, right? But the harsh reality is nobody is perfect. Nobody can be perfect. Another problem which I would like to address is once we get decent marks or the desired marks and get into a desired college, उसके बाद क्या, for which we have been preparing so hardly. उसके बाद maximum people face one major problem, and that is the application of acquired knowledge. That is, इतना जो हमने पढ़ा या फिर इतना जो हमने पढ़ा उसका करें क्या, उसको अप्लाई कैसे करें, उसके बारे में सोचे कैसे, उसको रियल लाइफ में इम्प्लीमेंट करे कैसे. यू डोंट नो हाउ टू अप्लाई दैट नॉलेज या अप्लाई कहाँ करना है. Many students, many people, they face problems after this gradual change of from school to college. कि उनको they find many difficulties, and they find it difficult to use their knowledge जो उन्होंने पढ़ा to solve problems and to apply them. अब उससे होता क्या है? Now this whole cycle it gets repeated again. Whole cycle मतलब जो स्कूल में हुआ था that happens once again in college. तो कॉलेज में भी you start doing the same thing कि एग्जाम्स आने वाले हैं, कि पढ़ो रटो जैसे you did in school and finally you give the exams. तो उससे होगा क्या? पढ़ो रटो और एग्जाम्स दे दो, जॉब लगी तो लगी, नहीं तो it's fine. So tell me, this knowledge, this education, is it just for passing exams? Is it just for clearing exams? This is the major problem. This is the major problem which we are not solving, which we are not looking deeply. इसीलिए many students who get into colleges just commit suicides even after getting into colleges. क्योंकि they are again pressurized, they feel pressurized because they don't know how to use that knowledge कि जो उन्होंने पढ़ा. So they find it again difficult to cope up, and this pressure it eventually leads to suicides. The question is how to put an end to such miserable happenings. ये जो हो रहा है इसको रोके कैसे? Is there a possible way जिससे ये ना हो? And लोगों की limited knowledge about professions, that is either you become a doctor, an engineer or an IAS officer. Is there a possible way to expand people's limited knowledge about profession? Is there a profession which has so much immense potential just like the other professions? Now what if I say yes, there is. I am telling you because I want you to know that there are many options, there are other options that have equal potential, and that profession, that path is and the path is to become a scientist. As most of the people आजकल choose करते हैं either to be a doctor, an engineer or an IAS officer, let's see how a scientist is equally important. हम apply करेंगे some of the main points जो कि इन सब profession में important है. The first point is job stability. Being an engineer, yes, there is job stability. An IAS officer, being a government job, उसमें भी job stability है. A doctor, yes. Now, does a scientist have a job stability? Definitely yes. Depending on your position या फिर where you work, there is very much job stability in being a scientist. So definitely yes. Second, respect. Being an engineer, yes, it is a very respectful job. Then IAS, obviously. Being a doctor, yes, and being a scientist is so much respectful. You get global recognition, you get that respect from people around you if you do hard work. Being a scientist is also a very respectful profession. Coming to the third point, financial stability or money, कि इसमें income कितना है या फिर या इसमें income का scope कितना है. So an engineer, there is financial stability. An IAS officer, yes. A doctor, yes. In the case of scientist, yes. इसमें इतना scope है to earn money that many scientists who at the entry level उनको salary बहुत अच्छी मिलती है. Like many scientists, they get nearly up to 80,000 or 1 lakh per month. So yes, there is financial stability in being a scientist too. Next is recognition. So being an engineer, yes, आपको recognition मिलती है. Being an IAS officer, again obviously आपको recognition मिलती है बहुत. Then being a doctor, yes, and again being a scientist, अगर आप scientist बनते हो, you get very much recognition. You get global recognition by your work and your hard work. So being a scientist has very much recognition. The last point is career advancement or career appreciation. So engineer में yes there is career advancement. Then in IAS officers also yes. In doctors also yes definitely. And in scientists there is career advancements. There is a huge appreciation. आपके काम के हिसाब से and depending on how well you do, how well you work and how hard you work, you get that career advancement in this field also. So now you see in professions में जो we used to think, maximum or major people used to think कि सिर्फ यही options है हमारे पास कि being a doctor or IAS or engineer, उसके अलावा और कोई option नहीं है. There are many potential options, many options. But in this channel, we are talking mainly about being scientists. So now as you can actually see that being a scientist has also the same benefits as these major professions. So people have to see this. And being a scientist has equal opportunities or benefits just like these three professions. So why not see this option, this profession, being a scientist, just as equal as being a doctor, an engineer or an IAS officer? इस profession में भी उतना ही scope है जितना इन बाकी professions में है.
Have you ever pondered the life of a scientist, the thrill of discovery, the prestige, the impact on society? Today, we delve into the myriad opportunities that come with a career in science. Imagine regularly traversing the globe, attending conferences, seminars, and symposiums. As a scientist, this becomes a reality. The opportunity to visit different countries, immerse oneself in diverse cultures, and exchange ideas with fellow intellectuals is a unique aspect of this profession. But the travel is just the tip of the iceberg. Scientists stand at the forefront of discovery and innovation. They get to challenge the unknown and unravel the mysteries of the universe. The thrill of making groundbreaking discoveries that could potentially change our understanding of the world is an enticing prospect. Then there's the financial aspect. Being a scientist can be quite lucrative. The potential to earn a substantial income is there, especially for those who make significant contributions to their fields. Beyond the individual benefits, a career in science opens doors to global opportunities. Scientists often grapple with international issues, be it in medicine, health, or the environment, contributing to solutions that have a far-reaching impact. Job security is another appealing factor. With the constant demand for scientific knowledge and expertise, scientists enjoy a level of job security that is relatively uncommon in other professions. Respect and recognition often accompany a career in science. Scientists command respect worldwide for their knowledge, skills, and contributions to society. Their work can gain recognition, making them influential figures in their respective fields. But perhaps one of the most fulfilling aspects of being a scientist is the ability to contribute to society. Scientists play a crucial role in shaping our world for the better. Their work can affect societal well-being in various ways, making a real difference in people's lives. In conclusion, being a scientist offers an array of opportunities. It allows for extensive travel, the chance to make groundbreaking discoveries, and the potential for a comfortable income. It opens the door to global opportunities and provides a level of job security. It commands respect and recognition, and most importantly, it allows one to make significant contributions to society. So, the life of a scientist? It's more than just lab coats and microscopes. It's about discovery, innovation, and contributing to the greater good. It's about shaping the world, one discovery at a time.
Sailing back to the early 20th century, we encounter Albert Einstein. The genius behind the theory of relativity, he revolutionized physics with his iconic equation EMC squared and bagged the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. Next, we meet Marie Curie, a pioneering figure in radioactivity. Her groundbreaking research earned her not one but two Nobel Prizes, in physics in 1903 and chemistry in 1911. Moving to the east, we find C.V. Raman, renowned for the Raman effect. His significant contributions to the understanding of light scattering won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. Our journey takes us to India, where we meet APJ Abdul Kalam, lovingly known as the Missile Man. His visionary contributions to space research and defense technology earned him the title of the 11th President of India. We then meet Kalpana Chawla, the first woman of Indian origin in space. Her journey as an astronaut aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia continues to inspire women in aerospace and science. Lastly, we honor Srinivasa Ramanujan, a self-taught mathematician who made substantial contributions to mathematical analysis and number theory, including the Ramanujan-Hardy number, Ramanujan prime, and Mach theta functions. So there you have it, a glimpse into the lives and achievements of some of the greatest minds in science. Each of them has shaped the present and continues to inspire future generations. Stay curious, keep exploring, and who knows, you might just be the next name on this illustrious list.
This is happening because we are not learning how to apply our learned knowledge. कैसे जो हमने पढ़ा है उसको कैसे apply करें. No one teaches us or makes us learn how to enjoy or actually love what we study and how to apply that knowledge freely by enjoying. जो हमने पढ़ा उससे हमको pressurize या fear नहीं होना चाहिए. Instead, we should love what we have studied and this love should never end. ये problems आती क्यों हैं? Now I will tell you. So ये problems आती हैं because we never learn about some very important concepts, and those are firstly problem solving, second critical thinking, third reasoning, and fourth, which is the most important concept which has to be learned, application based questions and answers. In short, हमने जो इतना पढ़ा उसका करना क्या है, उसको कहाँ अप्लाई करें. These which you see, these are the major factors which are important and are involved in learning any concept. ये चार factors are, we can say, the most important. These factors, they actually help us understand any concept very deeply. Once you understand, you never forget. Here at Bio-Tist, we won't just be learning to get into colleges or universities, but also to apply that knowledge in that particular institution, in that particular area. By these four factors, which are problem solving, critical thinking, reasoning, and application based learning. But above all, in सबसे ज़्यादा जो two things which are, I think, which are most important or very important to learn or understand anything, to study anything, that are to enjoy and to love. To enjoy and to love what we study, and to build a bond and a connection with what you study, your concepts, your principles, and trust me, they will stay forever with you. I promise you, you will become more, you will recognize your potential, and will fall in love with studies. We as scientists, we fail like everyone else, but the important thing is we try to fail better. We fail better at every opportunity we get. Before ending the video, I know video बहुत लंबी हो गई है, but no, I am not sorry for it. There's a thing जो I want to add, जो I want to say, कि before starting this channel Bio-Tist, I talked to some people about this channel, that would it work or would it not work. Some people, they supported me. They said yes, it would definitely work. But some people, they did not. They said कि नहीं होगा, this won't work. So as a scientist, I am not giving up. I'll make it work. Whatever it takes, I will make it happen. Our support and our combined efforts. Thank you. See you very soon.